Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here with our next session on the eLearning Rockstar stage. We're really excited about this session. This is the Infuse Awesomeness into your soft skills and sales training with customizable courseware. I'm going to introduce Chris Willis to you. Chris joined our team just a few months ago to become the project manager for customizable courseware. It's become a huge product for us, largely due to Chris's leadership and her ability to manage the project and really her vision for the product. We tried to get Chris to move out to Utah, to our headquarters, but she lives within walking distance of Lake Michigan. And so we couldn't convince her to leave the perfect waves with no sharks and fresh water. And the surfing in Utah isn't what it used to be. The thing that you need to know about Chris is she is one of the most genuine, kind people that you will ever meet. And really, customizable courseware would not be the product that it is without Chris Willis. So without further ado, please welcome her to the stage.
That's so sweet. That was so sweet of Zach. You know, I always say, you know, with Zach, you know how he's telling the truth? Because his lips are moving. So we've got a mutual admiration society going on here at eLearning Brothers. But I want to talk to you today about our customizable courseware. And I genuinely want you all who decide you want to use customizable courseware to be able to use it to be eLearning rock stars in your organization. So what we're going to do here, we're going to talk about the business case for soft skills training and sales training, which are our two areas of focus right now with customizable courseware. I'm going to talk to you about what customizable courseware is and what you can do with it. We're going to look at a scenario and talk about some customization. I want to get some feedback from you on how you'd like to be able to customize customizable courseware. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek of our brand new offering in customizable courseware, which is our Integrity Sales System. So how many of you out here are instructional designers or learning managers? Okay, we have a few of you here. How many of you are e-learning devs? All right. Who's in the business side? Business, HR, leadership, sales managers? We've got a couple of you. And then how many of you are here because you're eLearning Brothers groupies? Yeah, there we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Your current training for e-learning, for sales and soft skills. How many of you are doing e-learning right now? Okay, a few of you. The instructor-led, how many of you do it instructor-led? Wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. We have a handful of you doing instructor-led. How many of you are doing blended? Any of you e-learning folks doing blended? Okay. How many bring in a coach or a consultant right now? We've got a couple of you too. Okay. And then I won't make you raise your hand if you fall in the category of how do you currently do this? Not very well. That's a little easier to do when we're doing this as a webinar. The last question I'm going to ask you here for this part, the survey is, who's familiar with eLearning Brothers customizable courseware right now? A couple of you. Maybe you've been to one of our webinars or talked to our team. That's awesome. Thank you. So for a lot of you, this is new. That's great. So why train soft skills? Soft skills describe how work gets done, how we interact and do work together in a group at work. And as work has become more collaborative, soft skills, especially since we work from a distance, many of us, having good strength in soft skills has become much more important. Most people learn how to work at work. Our college degree that you get, it provides you a lot of the technical background for doing the work you do, but not how to get along and how to work with each other. And we're living in a gig economy where 23% of all workers have less than 1 year tenure with their current employer. So if a quarter of your workforce is coming in and they haven't been trained in leadership, they haven't been trained in interpersonal skills, Where are they going to get that training? HR and recruiters really count on soft skills training to increase engagement, reduce turnover, and help them attract the best talent. Employees are looking to soft skills training for career development and to move into a leadership track so they can grow with your company and be successful. The business is looking to soft skills, frankly, from a business standpoint. They're looking to save money, increase customer satisfaction, and reduce risk in the organization. Switching gears a minute to sales. Sales is the lifeblood of your organization, period. Without sales, you don't exist. Sales training helps you increase your pipeline, increase velocity of your sales, that is speed sales, and close more deals. We talk about sales as speeding the time to money. How do we get the money in faster? So how do we do that with customizable courseware? That's what this is all about. So we have 2 libraries right now. Our first customizable courseware library was our professional soft skills library. That is 15 soft skills training courses, fully customizable. They break down into roughly into these 5 categories: managing others, managing work, managing risk, managing yourself, and managing customers. Our Integrity Sales System, which is brand new, is a library of 11 pre-built sales training modules, and the topics that we hit on those are listed here, but you'll also find them on our website, and they're in the catalog that you can get from our team here. With customizable courseware, you get the source code. You're getting the source code in Captivate 9, Lectora Publisher, and Articulate Storyline. And right now with our professional soft skills library, you're also getting the editable classroom materials. You're getting the PowerPoints, you're getting the participant workbooks, you're getting the facilitator guides. Each one comes with a job aid. It's all developed natively. And what I mean by that is when we create our storyboards and we go to build in a course, it's not like we take a snapshot of the storyboard and paste it in the tool. You all have seen editable tools or source where that's the case. This is, if you click on a circle in customizable courseware, it is a circle. And you can make it an oval, and you can make it a square, and you can change the color of it. These courses will save you over 180 hours or 4 or more weeks of development per course. That's per module or per course in one tool. They're blendable, modular, and they're built to the responsive, however that particular tool handles responsiveness, that's how these tools are built to be responsive, or how these modules are built to be responsive. And they're fully customizable. So now let's look at the fun stuff. What I did was I took a conflict resolution scenario from one of our courses, and I'll just bring this up here and we'll take a look at it here. So in this scenario, we have Susan, who is a boomer, and she's asking Adrian if he has uploaded the file she asked for. And Adrian says, well, yeah, I uploaded it an hour ago. And Susan's, I sure hope so. And Adrian's like, well, what's her problem? What Susan didn't know was that Adrian had uploaded the file, and what he was doing was at that moment checking to make sure the file was on. Susan absolutely read that body language wrong and saw that he was checked out, and then she assumed, because he was a millennial, that he was on his phone. So what would you change? If you were doing a scenario like that and you wanted to customize that for your organization, what kind of things might you change? Anybody? Add audio. You certainly could add audio. Some of our scenarios, actually I think that scenario may have audio in our customizable courseware. Some of the scenarios do. We don't do a lot of audio because it's customizable. And so then if we have a lot of audio in there, it makes it harder for you to edit. Anything else? Anybody? You would change the characters. What kind of industry do you work in? Retail. You work in retail. So you might want to show characters that are wearing your uniforms and that look like they work in your organization. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of the other things, you might want to change the brand and the color. You might want to put your logo on it, make it look like it comes from your organization, because that's immediately going to add relevance and add authority to the learning. You might want to reflect your industry. You might want to change the words they're saying so that they're using acronyms or terminology that reflects your particular industry. You might want to change up the characters so that they look like they work in your organization. You might want to change the trigger events. If you're doing a large-scale change initiative in your organization, say you're working in a hospital and you're doing a change organization around hand washing and you want to increase hand washing, you may want to insert something in passing along those lines into this scenario, even though that's not what this course is about. Showing a character washing their hands or bringing that up in the conversation is another touch point opportunity for you to drop that in to the training while they're doing the scenario around interpersonal conflict. And you might want to add video. You might want to put in, say, a message from your leadership team on why interpersonal conflict matters to your organization and why this is important to them. So let's look at this scenario all over again. I just did like a quick change up on it just to show how easy it is. And we actually have, at eLearning Brothers, we have recorded 3 scenarios of our dev evangelists going through and reworking these scenarios with some of these edits in each of the 3 tools. And they show you how easy that can be done in Lectora, in Storyline, and in Captivate. So, Tamara, did you pull that patient record I asked for? I'm meeting with the family this afternoon. I need that case file to prep for the meeting. And then basically the scenario just plays out exactly the same, but it's branded differently. The setup's a little different. The trigger event's a little different. We just changed the background, added a logo, changed the characters. So then we at eLearning Brothers, we got our professional soft skills done, we got that library wrapped up, and we said, but can anyone help us solve our sales problems? So the next thing we decided to tackle was basically sales. So we partnered with our group Griffin Hill, and they have a patented integrity sales system. And that's the content that we have licensed with them to make available to you. Previously, it was available through a video library on their website or through having Griffin Hill consultants come in and do sales training in your organization. We now have made it available for you through Customizable Courseware to be able to license the entire integrity sales system, and you can customize it for your organization. But the system itself is based on science. So unlike motivational sales training where you'll get something like, this is You can do it. This is how you talk to people. This is how you close a deal. Here are 5 tips for that. This is a process. It's an entire end-to-end curriculum that teaches a selling process. It's based on Griffin Hill's work with over 3,500 participants, 144,000 cases, and over 466,000 events. And the focus is all the things that you want for your sales team. Increase productivity, increase your success, increase close rates. Shorten your sales cycle. In other words, speed your time to money. So let's take a look at an interaction in the Integrity sales system now. And this one is, and the value of that is. What we're trying to do is get down to the tricky way of figuring out what's a feature and what's a benefit. And the way you do that is you put a feature into the funnel and you ask, and the value of that is. So then we look at an example. We compound interest on your IRA daily. You do not pay tax until withdrawal. And the value of that is your interest remains tax-free until you retire. The value of that is your taxes are lower and your earnings are higher. And the value of that, when we really get into what it matters to them personally, you save more money right now to enjoy a secure and happy retirement later. And that's what ties into, we show how that ties into Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which then ties into the 5 Ps. The interaction you just saw is available as part of a download for a free module from the Integrity sales system. And if you talk to our team, they'll show you how you can get that free module. Do we have any questions? Any questions about customizable courseware? Okay. So if you talk to the folks at our booth, if you don't have this really cool rockin' t-shirt right now, and you go right behind me and talk to our sales team about customizable courseware, they really want to give you one of these, and they want to show you how you can download your free module of customizable courseware that you can take back, no obligation, and your team can go through and learn more about selling benefits. So, thank you. Thank you.